Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we're going to look at how to screen share and some of the added functions within sharing your screen in terms of switching between screens, if you want to pause and do something offline, if you want to annotate on top of a live PDF or browser window or presentation. We're going to look at how to do those things. So I'm going to go ahead and start a Zoom meeting here. And get that up and running. Okay, so we have our host window open, and I've got a few browser windows open so that we can take a look at how to get one of those up and then how to switch between a few different windows. So if I go to the bottom of the screen, I'm going to go down to where it says share screen. I'm going to click on that button. And that's going to pull up a few different options. So this is all of the windows that I currently have open. And then depending on your device, so I'm on a Mac, so I can see, I can connect to an iPhone or iPad via AirPlay or via cable. I can create a whiteboard, which we'll get to later, or I could share to any one of these open screens. So if we go to advanced really quick, these are just some advanced features. If you're connected to a second camera that's looking at something that you are writing out, whether it's a math problem or taking notes, you would have to have that connected to your computer. Or if you just want to play music or audio, you would go here. And if you want to connect to specific files via Dropbox or OneDrive, Google Drive, Box, etc., you would do that from here. So let's go back to basic screen share, and I'm going to pull up a slide presentation. These slides don't have video or audio, so I'm going to keep this turned off so that it's just the mic coming through. And I'm going to keep this off as well because that's specifically for sharing video. So I'm going to go ahead and share, and I'm going to move this window over. So you know that it's sharing if it's got a green kind of border around the window. That means that anybody in your Zoom is looking at that window and only that window. So that's what all of the participants can see at this moment. Also, when you share a screen, there's a menu that comes up that gives you quick access to certain buttons like your microphone settings and video settings. Also, if you want to change what you're sharing, if you want to create a poll, and this more button gives you some added buttons like if I want to pull up the chat window, if I want to start or stop recording, and a few other extra features. So this toolbar is mainly so that your screen isn't cluttered and you don't have kind of that whole Zoom window open in addition to the window that you're sharing. So in the scenario that, say I want to annotate, I want to make some notes on top of this window that I'm sharing. If I click on annotate, you're going to get another set of tools that allow you to make a variety of notes on top of your browser window. So for example, if I want to stamp certain parts of the window, I can do that. If I want to call attention to something in particular about that window, the mouse can do that. If I want to select anything that I've drawn, I can select that and delete it by pressing delete or back. If I want to add some text, I can do that on as well. I can draw on this browser window with a variety of shapes. So this is kind of transparent versus solid. I can use a spotlight tool, which calls attention similar to a laser pointer to a part of the screen. I can erase objects as well by just hovering over and removing these objects. If I'm making annotations and I want to save those as an image, I would go here and press save. And it's automatically saved, and I can access that in my downloads folder or a Zoom folder, depending on what you have set up. So that's annotations. Now we're going to look at how to switch to a different screen. So there's a couple ways of doing this. Number one, if I press pause share, then the participants in your Zoom are only going to see the screen, and as I'm making changes elsewhere in my computer, they'll still continue to see the screen. That makes sense if I want to pull up a different window, or if I want to pull up a different file that's not quite ready yet, then I would pause the share. If I want to switch to another screen, so for example, I want to pull up a YouTube video, I'm going to resume share, or I can create a new share using the new share button. And I'm going to go to this window here, which has, so the annotations are still on, so I'm going to clear that. I'm going to go back to mouse. So I'm going to click on this window, which is a YouTube screen. I'm going to pull that over so we can see that. And now I'm sharing a YouTube video. So if you recall, we had two extra buttons in the screen share window that were around playing audio from your computer and optimizing for video. So we didn't see those when we pulled this up, but if you go to the More button and you pull up these extra buttons, we have Share Computer Sound. I'm going to turn that on, and I'm also going to turn on Optimize Screen Share for Video Clip. This just means that the video is coming through more smoothly, the audio is coming through. Most videos tend to have some audio associated with it, so that means that your users in the Zoom meeting are going to get a smooth video and are going to get the audio from that video. So that's how to switch between screens if you're screen sharing, and how to pause and resume, and how to draw on top of your any window that you have open, which is great for just making quick notes, drawing diagrams, annotating text. There's a lot of different ways that you can use annotations. So that's just a quick overview on how to do that within screen sharing. All right, hope that's helpful, and enjoy.